have to rock the mic again because guess what? The one that I did to defend freaking Simpson characters got freaking screwed over too. Special thanks to my damn stupid laptop for not plugging this in right, which the mic is in right, and the freaking damn mic that's on the freaking laptop that freaking died months after I got it. Like maybe even a month, just 1 month it lasted. Anyways, we're back to defending Apu Nahasapina Pedalon, and well, thanks to the view, also some other stereotype, in quotation stereotyping characters. So, lots of people are getting pissed off by Nahasapina Pedalon because, well, they actually say, oh, he has stereotype. He's stereotyping us, and that's bad. And it's like, guys, like OJ said, he's not black, he's OJ. He's not Hindu, he's Apu Nahasapina Pedalon. He has a lot of story, things that most likely you haven't done. And if you did, well, some is good, some is bad. But anyways, here is a freaking damn list. Chances are I'm not doing what I did previously, which is look at Wikipedia and read you all that's on Wikipedia. Instead, I'm going to tell you all that is in my mind that I know. So first things first. One thing you didn't know is that Apu actually had two brothers, and well, one of them died. And Sanji actually is with Apu. The weird part is that we don't know when he came to America, but Sanji, I think he might have came legally, while Apu actually came by visa. Apu actually came to study in MIT, where Dr. Frink actually was the one who actually taught him. And I think he has I know he has a major. I have no idea if he has a master's. He actually majored in computer science and actually has a program for punch clock computers, an old computer, and well, of course, sadly, Bart destroyed that program. But he actually made a program, and I think maybe he does have a master's. I'm not sure, but he actually did that. Yeah, and he could have went back to India, and that was the plan. But the thing is that during his time here doing studies, he actually racked up a lot of money that needs to be owed back. So instead of going back to India and say, "Fuck you, I don't care," he actually stayed, worked at Quickie Mart, and actually worked all that debt off. But of course, since he worked all the debt off and was living here in America, he grew fond of America and stayed. And that's why he is a undocumented immigrant. But in that same episode, he did two things. It's kind of funny, and I should actually mention this: is the fact that he actually got a fake ID from Fat Tony, and now he's American, and he is kind of funny how that worked. Yeah, but he was able to pass the citizenship, and there you go. He is now actually a citizen of America. hmm Also, he has a family. He actually did get arranged marriage to Manjula, and Manjula had 8 children. And it's kind of funny how he actually wanted to leave them now because, well, he decided to go back to India and named himself Stephen something. I forgot what was the last name. Might start with a B. So, and he did do it, but it didn't last long. But as a single man, what he did was actually enjoyed the nightlife. And oh yeah, even in that episode where he actually was a ladies' man, he dances. He actually knows how to. He's a good carpenter. He's good with his hands. Is that stereotyping, India? Is that stereotyping? Do you want to be not known as good with your hands? Hmm? Yeah, he's actually able to build lots of furniture. So he knows how to build furniture. Now, you're going to maybe ask me, well, how come when it came to his octuplets being alive, how they didn't have cribs and crap for him? And he's a master carpenter. Well, sadly, when it comes to that, they forgot. I think the writers forgot. And it became more funny, actually, where he's going to put the baby for them to sleep. But anyways, let's see. Apu actually got a gambling addiction to lottery tickets. So when he first started working at Quickie Mart, apparently he was also into those freaking lottery tickets. It's either that or it was after he paid off student debt that he actually's like, ooh, and it's like, yeah. So he got way into it, and Sanji actually got 80% of the store because of it. they used to sell, I think it was 50-50 at first, and then it turned to the 80 or 90. So, yeah, he had addiction, but thank goodness he kicked it. He sadly cheated on his wife, I know, by a squishy lady. He's like, oh, freak. And he actually hired Homer at one point. He did get fired from Quickie Mart once. And let's see, anything else that actually was very notable? He was a part of a bowling league. Oh, he has a good voice. He has a good singing voice. Yeah, he has a good singing voice and actually was paid like a freaking star. Yeah, he was part of a cover band first, but even the lead singer of that actual band had like some issues, so he was stepped in and he got some buku bucks, at least three or one, at least one big paycheck. So it's like, yeah, you call Apu a freaking stereotype, but look what he's done. And yes, there was that one episode where he's like, I can now look like American because, well, he's a vegetarian and he actually ate a veggie burger from Krusty Burger and he did a funny dance. And I know, oh my gosh, that's so stereotypical. But it's like, yeah, but all of us can be labeled stereotypical. All of us can be labeled that. Am I right? But you should just leave him alone. He's a good character, a funny character, and he has build up. He has character development. If I could just pull a black character from The Simpsons, we have Carl Carlson. He's the only one that actually had character build up. And it's even weird how it's like he does have a sister, but yet we don't talk about it. And there's one episode where it's like, oh, he screwed over his friends. He took the money that they got from a lottery just because his family got freaking schooled. And it turns out that he's adopted. He's from Reykjavik, Iceland. And, well, where's his sister in all this? And then how do you get to America? It's like, and how do you hang out with Homer and his friends when they were like preteens or kids? It's like, what the frick, man? Yeah, you see, you guys have better build up. You have better character development than what happened with Carl Carlson. And yes, we do have Dr. Hibbert, but the sucky part is Dr. Hibbert has two brothers he never met. It took freaking decades to meet his father, a parental person. It, you see, you guys got, you have freaking Apu. We don't have anyone that actually is like, yeah, he's an awesome freaking character. We have just background characters. Damn, man. It's like, yeah, Carl get to have time to shine with one episode and he screwed over his friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, let's go with what The View was talking about. The View actually decided to pick on more freaking stereotypes that are in The Simpsons, and I remember three of them. Yeah, they talked about three. So, anyways, let's go with the first one, which is Fat Tony. Well, Fat Tony, yeah, he is a mafia gangster stereotype, but guess what? The original Fat Tony's dead. Fit Fat Tony is Fat Tony now. So the original Fat Tony actually has a son named Michael, and well, we don't see Michael anymore, do we? Not to mention, he had a wife that died, and every single day he goes to her grave and puts a flower there, a rose. If that's a messed up stereotype, well, apparently you have no soul. He did want to be a pizza man and a few other things that are stereotypical, but come on. What else do you want him to do? Ballet, dancer? Let's see, Fat Tony. Technically, all of it is pretty stereotypical, but Fat Tony is still used very funnily. It's very funny. Like when he actually had to shake down Krusty, or he hired Bart. It's like, yeah, does a mafia dude hire a kid to do stuff for him and be a bartender? Not really. Not really. That doesn't really happen usually. Oh, what about he actually got rat's milk and pawned it off as cow's milk to the school. Oh man, it's like you have to admit it's funny as hell, and you guys are saying ew, gross, but still that's funny as hell. Anyways, next person is Groundskeeper Willie. Groundskeeper Willie, yeah, he's truly kind of a stereotype, but there's a few things you don't know about him. Number one, he wrestled a wolf. Number two, he's feral and can actually be bestial. Number three, he actually chased a dog in the air system. It was pretty funny. Number four, when Bart blew up his shack, he actually became and learned how to become a gentleman. But sadly, due to the city, he went back to status quo. But of course, if he would have continued on with that lifestyle, he would have moved from Springfield, and we most likely would never see the character again. Not to mention that he did some funny stuff, like for instance, he actually sabotaged and he hates Skinner. Yeah, he just sabotaged one place and actually put rats in pies. And not to mention, he actually egged people. So stereotype, yes, but he's pretty damn funny too as a character. He shouldn't get rid of as well. Last but not least is of course Cletus the yokel, Cletus Buckler. Now Cletus Buckler has a bunch of kids, and yes, there are some. All of them are basically inbred, most of them. But Spuckler, crazy enough, 4 generations prior, he actually was a rich family. They went from being rich all the way to being poor. You can ask freaking Mr. Burns on that. And that makes sense why Spuckler is able, yeah, freaking Cletus is able when he signs his signature, he signs it in cursive. Yeah, try that. Try that as a stereotype of being a redneck. Try that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's able to see into the future and whittle it within 5 minutes. So that's pretty cool. Let's see anything else that he did. He did actually have his kids be hired as a singing group, and he was the manager. And he got a gold plate dog. Yeah, that dog's dead, man. That dog's freaking dead. Oh yeah, and his wife actually served in the military for a bit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure when it comes to rednecks, they don't really serve the military. So that's not really stereotypical, is it? But of course, they do love their country. But he doesn't actually have like a flag or a rebel flag in front of his house. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that. He does have a very, very fat relative. I forgot her name. And they do have cow. They somewhat have a cow. They somewhat do. But in the end, when it comes to these stereotypes, the thing is that look at them as characters. You're just looking at them for 1 second and be like, oh, stereotype. But they have history. All of them has history, and you can't just straight up go, poof, he's off the air. He doesn't show up ever again. It's like, no, Apu is a valuable character. He's very, very awesome as a character. We see him grow. We see him be a messed up piece of trash. We see him actually have a heart. And yet you want to freaking be like, oh, he's a stereotype now. It's like, yeah, maybe there's one like where he actually drank some hot coffee and he had a towel wrapped around his head and he was going, "Ha-la-la-la-la." Yeah, I know, I know, I know. But that was funny too. And it's like there's something. It's like yeah, stereotypes can be funny as well, but they're not straight up screwing people over. And like I said in the first recording of this, is that if you really want to make a difference, before you go after The Simpsons, go after Family Guy, go after South Park. They're the ones who really truly screw people over. But instead, you go after The Simpsons. Really? Really, you go after Simpsons, and most likely it's because of that dude over there who's like, yeah, I'm a comedian, but I would like to also say that Apu is a stereotype and he sucks. It's like, oh yeah, that's good for you, man. I mean, I don't even know where the hell you came from, and you're not even in like lots of movies and crap, but sure, go ahead, bash freaking Apu for some dumbass reason just because you think he's a stereotype. He has freaking crap too. He has a story. He has bunches of stories that most likely you don't even know. You just see him as a stereotype. And again, you should be fucking damn happy that he actually has some build up. It's like giving for for the black characters, yeah, we definitely have a freaking stereotyping going on a little bit, a little teeny tiny bit. But the thing is that at least you guys get character build up and development. The black characters we have, they don't get shit. No one has anything. I don't even remember when we got to see Dr. Hilbert's children, or heck, even his wife. Or we didn't even get to actually truly see Carl's freaking sister. All we know is that he has a sister somewhere, just like Lenny has a sister somewhere, but we don't really see him. Yeah, so I don't know, man. let me just say, in the end, watch the freaking episodes before you freaking damn say crap. Go on Wikipedia, look at what it says. Oh, Hapu did this, Hapu did that, and then look at those episodes and check out those episodes before you freaking judge a character. Before you judge Apu or any other character. Do your homework first before you go and screw people over.